Good morning. It is opening day. I actually didn't go this morning. I was laying in bed yesterday and I didn't feel confident in my spots, and I thought, let's just do a little more scouting. It'd be worth my time to get on something good, instead of going and wasting a morning sitting somewhere where I didn't have confidence in. So yeah.
By your house on my way out of the holler, tell your mama where you were.
So those were some, I just talked to some rabbit hunters. They're running beagle dogs, and they didn't look like they cared too much about deer hunting. So I asked them about what place to go, if they've seen any big bucks around. And they said, by golly, we do see a big one in this one spot. Saw him twice now running rabbit dogs. So I may have to go up there and take a gander at that spot. Okay, well, first day I got the bow in the hand. I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of stalk through here to this area where I think they may be bedding, which is kind of back in this way. I'm trying to use the road as a noise blocker, moving really slow, and then whenever I hear a car coming, I can move a little faster. But yeah, I don't know. This is where the guy that was hunting beagle said he saw the big buck. Okay, I'm going back to the hotel. I'm gonna grab my boat and I'm going to hit the river. I got a local friend here that's hunting a lot longer than I have, and hunted down here his whole life. It's a good idea to listen to those folks. You know, whenever you're out of state hunting, you know, you don't know the area like even if you think you do, you really don't. And don't be too proud to take some advice and listen. You know, that's the only way you learn. Is, for me at least, I have a hard time comprehending things. I have to go and actually see them, so that's what I'm going to do today. I've been told 100 times to get on the river, so that's what I'm going to do. As long as I don't get bit by a cottonmouth or something like that. I don't know. That's another thing. I'm a little freaked out about snakes. Not that I'm scared of them or anything per se. I just don't want to get bitten by one. But they live with them here their whole lives, so I'm sure I'm going to be just fine. So on the way to get the boat, it's an hour drive and then probably an hour back. But you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, you can see behind me there, I'm pulling my boat again. Gotta grab something at Walmart, Allen wrench. I tightened the cage that I have for my GoPro down with an Allen key, and realized I didn't put an SD card in it, and I forgot my Allen set. So I got to stop by Walmart, grab that, and I'm heading to the boat ramp. I'm gonna get there super early, but kind of have a little bit of concern that there may be other people here at this spot, so wanted to get in there early and just hang out there for a while. I'm not an expert boatsman, and man, that water just looks a little bit rough from old John Boat. I think I'm going to try a different ramp up the road.
So don't rock the jukebox, maybe a country song.
So this is a brand new motor, but the first time I ran it, I had all kinds of trouble with it flooding and everything else. It's just me not knowing what the hell I was doing. But thing starts up and runs pretty good now, knock on wood. Always wear your life jacket.
Jump that long road. Jump it long road.
That was Jason. He has his own YouTube channel too, and For the life of me, he sat there and told me, and I can't remember what it was, but I'll find out and link it to my link underneath in this video. But yeah, seemed like a good guy. He's hunting on the, say, the right side of the river. I'm gonna hunt on the left, and maybe we'll meet up later and see how things go. But when you meet someone out here on the public, it's always good to talk to them. I talked to the rabbit hunters today and got some info, talked to Jason, and yeah, so here we go, almost there now. All right, all set up now. Essentially, we got a real simple early season setup. Behind me is bedding. In front of me is beans. We got an east wind, so wind is blowing from bedding to the beans, so I should be good. There's a really good trail that has like 2 intersections right here in front of me, so I'm hoping something comes through this evening. I'll tell you what, it doesn't have to be a monster for me to shoot it. You know, I got at home being 10 months old. It wouldn't hurt me to get back home to be with him. He's getting ready to start walking. He kind of already is, so I'd hate to miss that because I'm out here deer hunting. But he was pretty much walking when I left. He'd take 6 or 7 steps and fall over, but Maddie said he's starting to do it good now, so yeah. I love deer hunting, but it does come with sacrifices. So, while I'm up here in the tree, I was going to show you guys my setup here. My platform is a ring of steps. It's the Eastern Outdoor ring of steps. They're super light all together. Plus the ratchet strap, it's like just over 1 pound. And of course, I have my bee sticks. I have the Lone Wolf custom gear tree arm with a Manfrotto fluid head. I'm pretty impressed with that setup so far. I'm shooting a Big Jim Thunder Child. It's 52 pounds at 28 inches, which is my draw length. That's a Selway, detached quiver that has the kind of the rubber band detachment. I just shoot gold tip, a traditional with 4.5-inch feathers there. And then I'm shooting this year. I'm shooting an Eclipse broadhead, and those are 200 grains. And then, of course, I have my saddle is a Phantom, a tethered Phantom, and I have one of these HME gear hangers, and I've kind of modified it with a tethered buckle. Yeah, so that's kind of all my setup. This is the Kuiu Bino harness, and I have a set of Vortex Razor 10x42s. 10x50s. I really like them so far. And then this bag is a Stone Glacier. It's a big frame bag. I think it's called like the 4550 or something like that, but it's too big for what I'm doing right now, but it's all I got at the moment. So, yeah. That's my entire hunting setup. So, I shoot a 3-under with a tab too. This is the Fred Eichler Signature Series tab. Why do I shoot this tab? About 5 years ago when I started shooting traditional, I bought a bow and it came with this exact tab, and I just can't get used to anything else, so I bought a pile of them. Turkeys came in and roosted right above my head. I spooked a couple of them. Now there's a doe blowing. All right, let's see if you can see me here. Go back to the truck. Motor died on me for a little bit. I think I flooded it again, but I got it started and got back here. It's around a 9-mile trip, so it's a little bit of a haul on the little boat. But yeah, no deer tonight, so kind of a, as usual, frustrating deer hunt. You know, you're usually wrong more than you're right. So, but tomorrow's gonna be the day. Well, good morning. Day 2 of the Kentucky hunt. I ended up sleeping in this morning unintentionally. So I got a new phone. It's a Google phone. I've always had iPhones. And on this Google phone, apparently you have to put in the day of the alarm also. And mine was set for Saturday and not Sunday morning, which is what this morning is. So I woke up at like 6:30, kind of in a panic, which it was too late then anyway, but that's okay. I'm gonna take my boat to see if I can, 1, find a light for it, and then 2, I'm gonna go up the river again, do some scouting this morning. All right, just got done at Walmart. Bought me one of these light kits to put on the front of my boat. So try to rig this up here in the parking lot, so I don't kill myself on the river tonight. Oh yeah, little redneck ingenuity. You do a lot with a cordless drill, adjustable, and channel locks.
General idea, and then I went and I left.
Okay, I'm going to a spot now that I can do a little quick scouting on foot here. Then I'm going to meet Jordan at the boat ramp, and we're going to go look for a couple spots to set tonight. He got on a deer that was really far away on it was actually on private, but he went back and looked at his footage, and it was a better deer than what he thought it was. So he's going to stick to that field over there in hopes that deer maybe makes its way over to the public area. And I'm going to go set in a new spot tonight over kind of hopefully an overlooked CRP field that maybe has some natural browse in it. Oh yeah, look at them. Light up the night. What is this redneck ordeal here he has going on? Out of the boat here. Gonna make my way back up to my spot. Alright, I'm all set up. I'm trying to stop sweating. So, in front of me here that I'm watching is just a humongous, CRP field, I guess, or whatever they call them down here. There should be a lot of natural browse. Yeah, it should be a good evening. I can see a lot of country up here. So I got enough clearing to where I can take a couple shots in here. It's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I'll try to make it work at least. May have to do a little half draw flicking. So I'll sit tight up here. I'll show you guys what it looks like in front of me here. See, all this out here is a natural browse CRP field that we're hoping to see some deer in. And then straight behind me is the river, which is where my boat's parked at. probably, I don't know, 50 yards from me, 60 yards from me right now. I brought the platform, the Predator platform for my saddle tonight. Man, them ringing steps just killed my feet sitting there that long. So, yeah, we're gonna hold tight here and hopefully something shows up. Oh yeah. Well, made it back to the boat ramp, got my boat all back put together. I'm just waiting on Jordan to come. He was quite a bit farther down the river than I was and has a little smaller boat. But tonight was a good night. The bummer is I think those weeds were too tall for me to be able to have a good observation of everything. So probably that sit didn't really accomplish what I wanted it to, but I did have a deer come in pretty much within the hour of me getting there. It came right in underneath my stand. You guys couldn't see it, but it caught my ground scent and bolted off. And then I could hear it coming back, and it bedded down about 20 yards from me, which you guys couldn't see this either. And the only reason I knew it was bedded down right there is because I could hear it coughing every now and again. Eventually, it worked its way out into that grass field or that weed field and browsed around in there. It was literally 15 yards from me, and I couldn't see it. I could just see the weeds moving, and every now and again I'd catch its little rack. So that kind of tells me I probably couldn't have seen a deer that was, you know, halfway across that field, but it is what it is. Honestly, I was thinking about shooting that little guy if he would have given me the opportunity, which he didn't. So maybe I'll be happy that he didn't tomorrow. So gonna hit a new spot in the morning, hopefully, and hopefully Jordan gets here pretty soon, and we'll talk to you guys later. Morning, everybody. Day 3. It's 4:15 in the morning, heading to my first spot here. I got about a 50-minute drive, so yeah, should be a good morning. It's 71 already, so it's gonna be hot today, but nonetheless should be a fun day. So see you when I get there. Alright, I'm all set up. It took me a little bit to get set up in the dark here, but got up here quiet. Keep hearing things in the night. Right here to my left is a little oak flat, and there's some fresh rubs on it. So obviously that whatever deer made those rubs is out of velvet. But I'm gonna set up here and see if anything comes through this morning. And get down and go scouting, I think. Maybe get some lunch. Well, right at light, I had a deer walking over here to my right. I couldn't tell what it was. It looked like a big body, but it's all I could really see. So, I've been sitting here for about an hour now, and that's about all I've heard or seen. There's a turkey. Squirrels everywhere. There were some turkeys roosted right behind me here, and they flew down. That was kind of that wasn't that long ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. So, yeah. Mosquito mangoes are bad here. I didn't think they'd be bad in these pine trees and stuff, but they're bad. Alright, I just tore my stand down and gonna head back to the truck and go get some breakfast. Just saw that one deer, so I don't know. New plan for this evening. Alright, I just dropped Jordan off at a spot near some cornfields, and he's gonna walk the edge of the cornfields on public and look for sign and set up. I'm gonna go set on some beans that are green, and hopefully tonight we put something together. Have a good feeling about the night. Always have a good feeling. If you don't have a good feeling, there ain't no reason to hunt. So yeah, see you guys when I get there. Alright, I got set up here, and so behind me is a bean field. Back in there is bedding. It's kind of an open river bottom type setting. I shouldn't say river bottom, it's like a lowland. There are some tracks coming through here, but my best guess is that it's kind of open, and I think, you know, deer can just walk freely through here. But so I kind of got out here in this corner to where I think I would assume a buck would want to come out to the field in kind of a low area, and there's a little ditch that goes out into the field. So and it's also kind of in the back corner. I can see a lot of that private bean field, not much of it. I'm probably 30 yards from the line right now, but so I'm gonna try to pay attention back there to see if I see anything coming out into it, or if I see something down the way coming out of the public. It's not a very big piece right here, this piece of public, so I'm hoping it's a little bit of an overlooked spot.